The delivery driver's hands were shaking. He shoved the brown paper bag toward me, eyes darting between me and the street. His breath smelled like panic. "Don't eat this," he whispered. "They paid me to deliver it. They're in the blue truck. They showed me a gun." Before I could respond, he grabbed my wrist and pressed something folded into my palm. "If you're reading this, your son is—" He froze. The truck's headlights flashed twice. He stepped back like he'd just been shot in the memory. Then he ran, stumbling, tripping, vanishing into the dark. The bag felt heavy. Not with food, with warning. And then I saw it. A red dot. Small, precise, glowing on my forehead. My mind didn't scream. My body didn't move. But something deep inside me, the part that had once trusted this world, snapped. I ducked behind the wall, heart silent, mind roaring. The truck didn't follow when I moved to the kitchen window. It waited, engine idling, watching. My wife appeared at the top of the stairs, sleepy, robe tied too loose. "What's going on?" Her tone was too calm, not curious, cautious. "Someone just tried to deliver us death," I said, voice flat. "Where's Ryan?" She blinked. "Sleeping." "Why?" I told her about the driver, the note, the truck. She frowned, pretending confusion, the way liars blink too much when they're calculating. "I'll check on him," I said. But she moved first, too fast. When I reached my son's room, the bed was empty. His favorite dinosaur pillow on the floor. The window half open. And there it was again, parked right across the street. The blue truck. I didn't call the police. You don't dial 911 when you suspect the person beside you is part of it. I spent the night awake, pretending to doze beside her, while my mind dissected every glance, every late text, every unexplained absence. The pieces began to fit too neatly. The trips to visit her sister, the deleted messages, the strange deposits into her account. By morning, I'd hacked into our Wi-Fi logs. Found encrypted messages from her phone to an unknown number. 3 months of quiet coordination. They spoke about removal, timing, and something she called the insurance. Every word was clean, too clean, written by someone who believed she'd erased me long before I died. I followed her the next afternoon. She drove to the edge of town, to a warehouse hidden behind a chain-link fence. The blue truck was already there. Through the dusty window, I saw her with 2 men, one of them wearing the same jacket as the driver from last night. She handed them something small, my son's bracelet. I didn't move, I just watched. Later, I used a drone to capture footage, audio too. Her voice was unmistakable. "He won't eat anything unless Ryan does first. So make sure the kid's plate is switched before he comes home." She planned to poison me, and my son was her bait. When she came home that evening, she smiled at me like she'd forgotten how evil felt on her tongue. "You look tired," she said softly. I looked at her and smiled back. "Just a long day." The next morning I served her breakfast, her favorite. Scrambled eggs, orange juice, the same plate she'd prepared for me every Sunday. Only this time, I switched the glasses. Quietly. When she sat down, I asked, "How long were you going to pretend?" Her fork froze. "What are you talking about?" I set the phone on the table, pressed play. Her voice filled the room. Cold, methodical, planning my death. She didn't deny it. Didn't even breathe, just stared at me, then at the glass of juice she'd already half finished. "You didn't," she whispered. I did. Her eyes widened, realization creeping in like frost. She reached for my hand, trembling. "Please, for Ryan." "Ryan's safe," I said. "You made sure of that when you traded him for money." Her lips parted. No words. Just the sound of a person finally understanding that they'd lost control. I stood, walked to the door, didn't look back. By the time they found her, she was still breathing, barely, enough to face what she'd done. I didn't stay to see it, didn't need to. Ryan was already with my sister, 2 states away. I sat in my car across from the old house, the morning sun cutting through the fog. The blue truck was gone. Some betrayals don't need justice, they just need silence. I started the engine, watching the light crawl across the window where she used to wave goodbye. She once told me love was trust. I finally understood. Trust is the quiet before the red dot appears. And I never plan to stand still again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.